It's funny. I'm going to start this I'll make it a quick one. I have a quick one. We won't get too deep into it. I got a quick one. Okay? And I think it's funny because someone said, what did you say, Frank? Frank said philo gang. He said philo gang. And I like that. You know why? Because I really think it relates to what we're talking about. Because some of you are chosen. I said that earlier today. And I really hope you know that if you really are philo gang, honestly, I think you were chosen in a weird, I hate to say this, honestly, I really do, because then this is where we really start sounding like a cult. This is really, I really start like sounding like a whack job, you know what I'm saying? And I'll even tell you this because I was thinking about it. I was like, man, like, oh, this whole sovereignty of God, the stuff I believe in. And just like lately, like, you know, I hope you know, for some of you intellectuals out there, this is what I had to discuss with my philosophy teachers back in the day, even people at school. You'd think you're the first person to be like, wow, this person is kind of educated, but why does he believe in this? You see, you know, and I know. And I think it's just the level of awareness, because it's just like, you know, deep down, it's like, I know how crazy some of this stuff sounds. Believe me, if you don't think, like, as much as I would like to tell you, you know, the reality of how some stuff is, at the end of the day, I know what I believe in that. And why do I just pretty much, here's the concept. Because it's like, yo, do you know the world is spinning 30,000 miles an hour right now? You guys know that? You're spinning 30,000 miles an hour right now. That's the facts. That's the rationality. If you're looking at it, it's real. That's true. But I'm not flying off of this shit, bro. I don't believe you. I know I believe it, but you get what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? It's like, hey, just, you know, you could tell me whatever you want. You could give me facts, but I don't feel it. I just know deep down I believe something else. I know what I believe, but I believe I'm not going to fly off this earth right now. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I believe I'm stable in my belief, even though it's not there. You know, that's it. So, but why I'm saying that, because some of you are chosen. That's it. So again, back to the crazy cult speech. You're chosen. I hope you know that. We need to talk about that a little bit, just a little bit. So that's how I'm going to start this for you. I'm going to come back to it. Actually, you want me to just start it with it now? I'll just start with it now. This is a crazy concept. You want me to tell you, you know, how many of, you know, honestly, I don't even know how to phrase this to some of you guys, because some people, you know, where you're at in your life, depending on how you view this type of stuff, some of you is like, you guys just like, you know, I don't condemn yourself. Don't let things bring you down. It's hard for, you know, to believe certain stuff. So just let me just ask you this. Do you have God? How do you know? And that's what I want you to, you know, don't even answer it, honestly. Let me just tell you this, please. You guys, it's not like you believe in something. This is how it works with God. I've learned this recently. That's what I'm like. This is what's blowing my mind. This is what's led to some of these philos. This is some of the stuff I've shown you. You don't believe in a concept, right? You don't believe in this concept of God and then just get God. That's not faith. Do you guys get that? It's not as if you just believe and then you get it. Are you ready for the punchline? I love it. I love it. Because you don't believe and get God. Here's the kicker, my friends. This is why I'm saying some of you are chosen. Especially if the philo gang. Especially if some of this sticks out to you. Some of you hear some of this stuff and you listen, you're like, oh. It's because you don't believe in God and get God. You already have God if you just have that ability to believe. Do you realize that? That right there is the gift of faith. I don't think I missed that point a lot in my life. Some of you guys are trying to figure out, what do I have to do to get that? Some of you think if you work hard, you get that. Honestly, if hard work meant you made a lot of money, everybody with a 9 to 5 would be rich. But that's not the case. Everybody who said, oh, I believe in, you know what I'm saying, or I'm going to go try to believe in this, and then, you know, that's why if it's fake, it's fake. If you don't believe it, you don't believe it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's why also some of you struggle and you're like, I don't know. I'm not doing good. I mess up on this. I lost money on that. I'm not living the best. I keep sliding in the DMs. I keep hanging out with people I know I shouldn't hang out with. I keep doing this. And then you guilt yourself. I spend money I shouldn't spend. You get all this stuff on you. And then you think that's taking you away from your purpose, your gift, your value, everything. And you're like, I don't know, maybe I can't. That's why someone asked me, remember 2 weeks ago, they were like, what if like I don't feel like I deserve it, this and that. It's like, dude, you don't get it. If you just already have this ability to believe, you got it. The fact that this concept of God, even spirituality, something bigger than you could accept that concept. That right there is highlighting something crazy. And it's already highlighting you already have it in you. Think about it. You guys don't see it every day? Every time I start talking philo, there's always the one guy. Always the one guy. They don't get it. They can't believe. Literally, you realize there's people who live this world and walking this world today. This is nonsense to them. I could be the smartest individual. I could break down stuff to them and they get so bothered by it because they do not have, they cannot believe. Their logic is, okay, if I do this, then I get God, I get this. They don't believe it. It's ridiculous to them. And I feel you, honestly. It's some things I think is ridiculous as well, too. It goes both ways. But I want to give you this as a reminder, okay? Is that a lot of you are chosen into a degree. You have to know that's a signal, that's a sign of being chosen. I'm not saying you're chosen to be the next king, chosen to be this. I don't know what the hell you're chosen for, but in the family of God, in the broader context of mentality and all that, the fact you could already believe is showing you have it versus it's not you don't have to do anything to have it. That ability of faith, believing, investing in something you can't see. Like, do you get that? I love it. I talk a lot about God, and people get real mad about it because they want money, but like, you don't get it. That's investing. Every single thing you've ever watched me do is betting on something none of us could see. Ever. You know that, right? Like, think about it. That's an ability of faith. Not everybody has that. We see earnings. I say, okay, this company could do that. I didn't see it happen. I can't look at it right now and see it. But we saw something. We had faith in it to a degree. But that's what everything was led to. Think about the long term. That's investing. That's why I was like, some people laugh at it, but I'm like, dude, at the core heart of it, do you have the ability to invest in things you can't see? That's what investing is. That's all. So it's interesting because I think some of you are chosen. Some of you could see investments like that. Some of you could see things in the world. Some of you see the positivity. You see what I'm saying? You don't see your life as where it should be, but you see the future of where it's headed to. So you don't get caught up with what's happening now. And then that leads to now the next point. I heard this. It came up so randomly. It was Joel Osteen. I don't really listen to him too much, but I like what he said. It was so corny, but I loved it. And I was like, dude, you guys need to hear this. It's valuable. Hopefully you know you're valuable. Just like some of you were chosen, he didn't bring up that part. That part's from 19th century. That's the other stuff we've been in, Now I'm giving you some softer stuff, but it makes sense. And this is a concept I took from it that I liked. That you have to realize you guys are valuable in and of yourself. But really, really what I'm talking about is the people who always need to prove something. And that's a lot of you, myself included sometimes. I say sometimes because I have the weirdest shit to prove. That's it. I like to prove the little things. I don't even care about the big things sometimes. It's really, really weird. But some people in here, I know a lot of you guys in here Oh, man. You don't care. You don't care about anything unless somebody gives you credit. You are a proving type of person. That's it. You could do the best work ever, and if nobody recognized you or no one gave you credit, you didn't prove yourself that you're better than this person, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that, you're this, think about it. Some of you will literally miss your opportunity, your gift, your value, everything. It's crazy. And that's what I'll just tell you now. It's good. This is for some of you just to understand. Okay? If you do something and it's good, it's valuable, whatever it may be, I hope it's good when people do give you credit. It's good when you do prove yourself. It is. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like proving yourself or getting that validation is bad. Like, you don't think like, okay, I hit a cool play, I do something great, and then, someone says, oh, wow, like this, like it's awesome. Everybody likes that. It's good when it happens. Just don't depend on it. That's the key. And why I say that, so you guys have to know, if you know where your value comes from in and of itself, regardless of something you prove or not, you stop deriving value from elsewhere. This is literally intrinsic, extrinsic value with contracts. Some of you don't care if you're in the money. You don't give a shit about the intrinsic value. You really care about the premium, the extrinsic. Isn't that funny? It reminds me of something here. Again, we're speaking intrinsic, extrinsic. You guys remember the phrase, IV is a result, not a cause? Well, that reminds me, again, now back to you being chosen. IV is a result, not a cause. Believing in God doesn't cause you to have faith. You see what I'm saying? You could already believe it's left. That means you're already chosen right there. It's the exact same thing with implied volatility, being chosen. It's not the other way around. You didn't cause it. This magical ability, you wake up, you hear a weirdo talk, but it clicks with you. Oh, you get a thought, it changes your damn life. It clicks for you. IV is a result, not a cause. That's a result of something. It's not a cause of something. It's a result of being chosen, not caused by your action. Oh, y'all don't feel me. So again, though, this is why I'm saying, because if you know that, if you know you were chosen, if you knew you were this, if you know you're in the cult, if you know the cult has your back, why are you tripping on anything? You see what I'm saying? And that's the whole idea, is like, you don't need to prove anybody to anything. And I'm telling this for all of you. So you could really run in stride and do the best you need to do. You don't need to prove anything to anybody. Because some of you are missing the real value and you're depending on value from something else. Some of you, it's me, and I hate it, honestly. Because some of you are awesome. You do so good. You'll do some good stuff in the chat too. You'll make a good play. You'll do something. But no, think about it. If you do good on a play, you kill it, and you post something and I don't acknowledge it, does that change what you did? Fuck no. You're good. You see what I'm saying? But that's what's the problem. It's not just me. There's other places in life where we're doing stuff, right? But maybe that one person doesn't give you what you wanted. It could be just one person. It could be somebody you valued a lot. It could be this and that. Some of you, it's your friends, family, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever it may be. But your value is coming from that. It's not coming from you. It's not coming from, wow, like I made it through all of this. I was able to go from this to that. I stuck to a goal. Like, and even then, because if they didn't notice or not, does it change? No. But some of you are getting robbed of the life out of you for that reason. Yeah, everybody needs a hype man. You're right. That's why I said it's good when it happens. It's awesome when it happens. And I promise you it will happen. Focus on a job well done and watch what happens. But at the end of the day, you can't depend on it. And I'm saying this so you guys don't miss where the real value comes from, but actually literally just listen, like remind yourself. Doesn't matter what is said, doesn't matter who acknowledges or not, it still happened. Like honestly, that's it. I bought houses. I bought many things and I own them. I don't post them. It doesn't mean I didn't do it. You know, I was at the gym the last couple days. I didn't post any of my of my pics. It doesn't mean I didn't go. Like anything but for a lot of you now. So where are you directing your actions though? Are you feeding the value of yourself, or are you feeding the validation of others though? And are you letting that be your dependent source of where you get it from? Because that's the thing. If you're chosen and you know that, you believe in positivity, you believe in God especially, and you know God is sovereign, all that stuff we talked about, and you can say I'm chosen in that. I know, at least I know God put me on this world 2020. He put me after Bezos, after Elon. He gave me all of this for a reason. If you know that, it's just like, dude, nothing extrinsic could take that away from you. I really hope you know that. If that was the case, I would have quit a long time ago. I would have quit a lot of things, and I have in the beginning. So you don't just focus, but know yourself. You don't need to know everything about yourself, but if you do know you're chosen, I encourage you to remind yourself that. But also, you have to know what you did and take pride in that. That's the value system. It starts with that. And then it goes down from there. Then you could look at other people and that's it. But if it falls, that's why what happens, you guys do something, you don't get the credit you want or you expected, or that person is not there to give you it, that thing is not there to give you it, the money's not there. You guys know money is one of the biggest validators. That's why all of you quit stuff. That's why you can't do startups. That's why a lot of you guys aren't cut out to be the business owners. The money was not going to validate good hard work. We know this. We've talked about it. I love saying this because it's a great, and I think a lot of you have seen it from day one. Tell me this. The watch list. Do you guys like the watch list? Does it help you out? Do you consider it valuable? I mean, we have the whole channel is built on that, the other channel. You guys know the watch list. Second link in the description. Make sure you subscribe. We're live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. Yeah. So I think it's valuable. I always thought it was valuable. That's why I do it. It's valuable for me. Now, nobody ever gets that. When I tell them, that's what, even from the day ones, you guys know, I do it for me. I'm always prepared. I have my stuff documented. I'm ready to go. Boom, boom, boom. We're good. But that's the same watch list from years ago. I'm doing the exact same thing that wasn't validated at all. Some of you watch it every night. But what if I didn't, after the second watch list, there was 300 views maybe? 50% of the comments are calling me a scammer, or calling me this, calling me that, saying this, saying it's useless, this guy talks too much. Oh, negative validation. Honestly, it was validating me to not do it, if anything. But do you see what I'm saying? It's not going to validate it. The numbers, the people, anything. You could define it as whatever you want. Point was, I knew it was valuable. I saw what was valuable, and I did it. And I did it for me, and that's it. But if you're going to wait for validation, or if your validation is you're looking at that to say, is it valuable? Am I doing the right thing? Is this the right path? And you need an instant validation, or negative validation is turning you away from it, you're going to get clapped. You're going to be at the mercy of people and opinions, and I hope you know that's it. They don't care. That's it. The minute you impress one person, there's going to be another person you can't impress. The minute you try to make one happen, that's it. And you're going to go spend your whole life trying to provide value or get value from what, when, you know what I'm saying? So think about that. For all of you, just don't ever lose that point, okay? Know where your value comes from, and don't, again, accept the credit when it comes your way. It's beautiful. But don't depend on it. The only thing you should depend upon is the fact you've been chosen. And some of you, honestly, do you want to be chosen? Some of you, do you want to? Because some of you, I don't believe this. It's like, dude, yes, this is your opportunity. The minute in your head, if you could just believe that, right? I'm here for a reason. That's it. Why were you born after Jeff Bezos? Why did God put you in this world? Right? We're talking technology and economics and how it could change things and how that is the deciding factor of our future. Why did you get this opportunity to live here? And then you got this opportunity to get educated. Now you know this that nobody in your family knows. Like, well, come on. Wake up. Remember, I told you this 3 weeks ago with these philos. Wake up. You don't see it? Let me ask you this. You don't feel it? Why am I asking if you feel it? I'm not a big feeling guy. I'm really not. But why am I asking if you feel it? Let's see if anybody remembers this. Why? Because something's about feel. You feel something when something is happening. It's the actual definition. What? Good. I can't wait to remind you. I really can't wait to remind you. Wake up, please. You should feel that you were chosen. You're here for a reason. You know why? You know what that feeling is? It's called opportunity. It's the wind, a favorable wind to come into port. That is the definition of opportunity. That's why some of you feel it, some of you don't. But that wind, that's your opportunity. So if you don't feel blessed, if you don't feel chosen, you might not feel the wind of opportunity coming your way. That's why negativity will rob it from you. Because negativity is saying, that's not wind. That's just noises. No, I feel fine. I feel that's, oof. No, that one's not for me. It never works out for me. Damn. Woo. I'm excited. I hope you are too. So remember where your value comes from. And it's on that fact. This is your time. I mean, it's closer than you think. Just get ready. But then understand, some of you are further along and you are positioned for success more than you think. But you think that it's gonna be a result of what you do. You've been selected regardless. When you could understand that, you're gonna put yourself in position. Isn't that funny? The key with stocks is about positioning. They call it position size. I make so much money on Amazon because I positioned myself at a low point years ago. Same thing with Facebook. Oh, positioning. You don't need to prepare. You don't need to fight. You don't need to battle. You just need to be in position. You need to know where you are. You need to know who you are. You got to know who you are so you know where to go and know your position and where you're going to play. And then you go there and just stay in position. You got to be ready. That's what Tan Hut. Get in position. Get ready. But we can't go anywhere if you're not in position. If you're not ready to go, if you're not prepared all the time, it's going to be hard to position yourself in places in life. So, yallah. But I told you in the morning, maybe it makes sense now. I really do believe a lot of you in here are chosen. And I hope you don't let little things in the stupid world we live in and people and the knowledge of the world detract you from recognizing that or ever forgetting that and knowing where your value and work is going to come from so you can intrinsically create more and more. And get ready. Because that's what you're here for a reason. Just don't ever forget that. That's it. Because if I could make you forget that, I could win. And that's what the devil says. That's it. That's why the devil wants you to go after people. He wants you to go after, to impress people, to go after this, to go after that. He wants you to keep changing and getting tossed and turned, chasing the wind versus feeling the wind and riding the wind. Big difference. Only way I could get you to go away from something is if I make you feel not valuable. That's why some of you guys are looking for other stuff, because other things you've gotten into have made you not feel valuable. But the question was, maybe you were you already valuable and something just tricked you out of it? I don't know. Think about it. But, ladies and gentlemen, we're live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. Drop your thumbs up on the video. You're on mobile. Press high chat. X out the chat. Hit the thumbs up button. Second link for the nightly watch list and main channel. First link for the Scream Alerts Bootcamp and Real Estate course. Follow me on Instagram at the Trading Fraternity. That was your philo, ladies and gentlemen. A little quick one. We got that in there. I'm excited, though. I'm excited, and I liked it. So, I'm glad. Now we got a lot done. Now we got econ and philo. Woo! Wake up, baby. It's game time. So, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I love you all. New guys, don't be too shy to say hi or too high to say shy. Keep it positive and respectful. Market might start moving here. Take a look. Woo!